What's up, y'all? It's your boy JunesEightyEIght, and welcome to the first episode of Coffee with Jones. No, I don't have any coffee right now, but here's the kicker. This is the rebranding of Coffee with Jones. I know during when the 19 jumped off, can't say the word because of YouTube be tripping. When it jumped off, the idea started from when that happened. I'm like, all right, cool. I still want to do something. I still want to talk to my friends. I still want to see them. So I want to keep in contact with all my fellow artists. So I decided to do that. And you can go back. Like I said, I'm just rebranding this. So I'm not going to say this is season 3 or anything. This is just episode 1. This is episode 1. And the other episodes are still up. Like the season 1 and 2 are on the page. You can go back in the archives and the playlist and check those out if you want to check those out. But I'm just rebranding right now. I'm just rebranding for 2022. So what this show is going to be about going into 2022 is going to be more of, I might have more structure because last time I did it was more interview based. It was more interviewing, and I don't want it to be that. I don't want to be like, oh, so what are you working on? An artist. I don't want to be an artist interviewing another artist. I don't want to do that. I just want to have us just talking and just laughing and having a good time. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? That's what I wanted. That's what I want it to be. So I don't want it to be all that interview type stuff. This ain't that kind of thing. And even though I like that kind of style, but I'm like, that's why I stopped doing album reviews years ago, because I'm like, I'm an artist. I don't want to review my friends' projects. I don't want to do that. I don't want to, like, an artist reviewing another artist's project. You know what I mean? I can see if I was like a Anthony Fantano, internet's busiest music nerd, if I was one of those guys, then I'd be like, all right, cool, I could do this. I could do that, but I don't want to do that. And I don't want to interview my fellow artists unless it's one of them things where they want me to interview them. And like, I want my boy Junie to do this interview for me, you know, stuff like that. And like with this, going into this, I want to be, like I said, more structured, more of an idea, as in the poster, flyer, whatever you want to call it. It says food, coffee, talk. That's what we're about. Because if you ever seen any time I brought my boy Altitude on the show, I always talk about my boy Tude. That's my guy, that's my brother, love him to death. For some odd reason, we always talk about some way the conversation always shifts to food. It does, I don't know how it happens. It's one of the things where, hey man, have you tried that new such and such from what you call it? Nah, how is it? I mean, I wouldn't be telling you if it was, it's like, is it good? I wouldn't tell you if it wasn't. I wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't good. So that's what it is. And you know me, I'm a big time coffee guy. I love me a good, coffee roast, a nice dark roast. You know what I mean? My mom always clowns me like, I like a lot of cream and sugar in my coffee so much. It's like, my mom like, boy, you might as well just drink milk without that cream in your coffee. I'm like, you gotta build how you want it to taste, you feel me? So, anyway, I thought I heard something outside. But, and there's talking like, this ain't gonna be just a music show. Yes, we're gonna talk about it, because once I do music, all my friends do music, but I got my buddy Izzy, he's in the sports. He's a music connoisseur, but he's not an MC. You know what I mean? He raps, but he doesn't do it like us. He doesn't put out music. He just raps just for the sport. But he's more of a sports guy. He's into the NFL, baseball, basketball. That's his thing. I'm going to have him on the show. You know what I mean? People like him on the show, things like that. And I want to make this a show where it doesn't feel like it's just beating people in the head with, oh my gosh, here they go, some more music talk. It ain't gonna be that. It ain't gonna be all that. It ain't gonna be all that. And like I said, sometimes you're gonna have just me on here, and sometimes you have a guest. You know what I mean? It's gonna be somebody else. And when I start bringing guests on, it's gonna be a different setup. This is like this setup is gonna be different. You know, I'm gonna have to set up differently. Yeah, because right now I'm gonna be shooting from my phone. I'm definitely gonna get me a new camera too. I'm definitely gonna get me another camera also. And these episodes ain't gonna be that long. They're not. It's probably about, I say 25, maybe capping 30, maybe 45. I'm not sure, cause I tend to run long with guests, but when it's just me, I don't like talking that long. And I mean, it probably be like 20-minute episodes. And to be honest with you, I only brought this back because don't judge me. I only brought this back because of Tony Baker. He does verbal cardio, and he brought the show back, and I've been watching. I'm like, this is cool. I'm like, he brought it back before a few years ago, like a year or so ago, but he stopped it. He brought it back again, and he's been going full force with it, you know. But it's like, I've always been the kind of person, I don't like being just I do YouTube videos. Yeah, of course y'all know I do YouTube videos because y'all watching the video right now on YouTube. But I'm like, when it comes to podcasting, I want to be able to go back and forth with somebody. You know what I mean? I don't want to just be able to say something, be talking about something, start laughing to myself. You know what I mean? I want to be able to share that laugh with somebody else, and have different opinions, you know. And maybe there's something they know that I don't know, or something I know they don't know, and we can just talk about it. Or, you know what I mean? I just love that style because there's a lot of different podcasts I watch. Squadcast, that's To Hear More, Patrick Cloud, Meg Scoops, Kevon Stage, and they have guests, they have other guests on at the time. Then I watch Daddy Issues, that's Tony Baker, Keon Poley, DC Irvin, Craig Waynes, and Chaz. And that podcast just started off with Tony Baker and Keon Poley. And they just brought in the other three guys, you know what I mean? And I watched Damn It and That You Scary. That's my favorite podcast. Those are my favorite podcasts. And I was listening to another one before, and it was called Talkative with Mac as Legend and Overtime Chris, but they stopped like abruptly. They just out of nowhere, like they had it bad doing it. They just like stopped, like just they put an episode up and just out of nowhere just stopped. Like, don't tell nobody nothing and just disappear. They come and hey, we back, y'all. What's good, man? We back, yeah, man. We took time off, ha. Like dang, bro. I used to look for. I had a ritual when like Mondays hit, and I listened to the No Chaser podcast. Tim Chantarantу, Nikki Blades, and Ricky Shucks. I listened to that one too. And I listened to the Solid Monster podcast. I don't listen to the whole thing, but I listen to how he put it up in pieces, so I listen to it like that. And I listen to and that's a wrestling podcast, and Going and Raw, that's a wrestling podcast. But back to the Talkative, I'm like, they just disappeared. It just popped, just disappeared, like out of nowhere, just stopped. I don't think they put nothing up and like, they just stopped, like just stopped. I mean, I know one of them I know they both had kids. I know Mac had another one, I think Chris had another one. And like, all right, cool, you know what I mean, I ain't tripping. But like, I just like, that was my biggest thing, like, man, when I would watch then when they were doing Righteous and Ratchet with Kevon Stage and Doughboy, that podcast, you know, when they changed over to they changed the name to something else. That Chick Angel and Kevon Stage, and you know, I just had them all lined up for the week. I had like, cause they was dropping them like, boom, like Monday, 2 for Monday, 2 Tuesday. Like, it was just back to back. I was just watching everything. And once that talkative stopped, I ain't got that one no more. Right as the ratchet stopped, whatever. But yeah, and I just going back to Tony Baker, where I just always felt like I like that back and forth. I like the interaction between two people talking to each other, having a great conversation. And I feel like I can't do that by myself at times. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing these joints by myself majority of the time. And I'm doing this majority by myself. And I'm gonna be doing it, having people on the show too. And I just want people to know, like, if you want somebody on this joint, tell me, and I'll try to get them on. I'll do my best to try to get them on. But it's like one of the things where I told myself in 2022, Happy New Year. I don't even think I say Happy New Year to y'all. Happy New Year to y'all yet. I don't even know. But Happy New Year. Going into the new year, I want to be more productive. I feel like I've been productive on the music side, but on the other side, I have not been as productive as I wanted to. Like, I was in that mindset of like, yo, I'm not going out anywhere, so I don't want to just be doing research on stuff, just to have something tucked in the back, to have it tucked, what I mean? That I know that's probably a stupid thing to think, but I'm like, I told myself I got to get out of that. That's always been my mentality. If I'm not doing nothing, I'm not gonna what's the point of putting together shows if I'm not looking for venues, if I'm not gonna be using them? You know what I mean? And whatnot. That's just how I thought. But now I'm like, yo, going into 2022, I can't keep that mentality. I can't keep that. I can't be thinking like that. I'm trying to, segue out of that. I told myself, I'm going to be more productive with this stuff. I'm going to start back. And as you can see, I used to edit my videos. I used to put a nice little intro, little skit. I stopped doing that. I got lazy. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I don't feel like editing this video. You know what I mean? I like just throw it up just the way it is, boom, 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 and in and out. But I said, let me get more, get more into it. Like you like put the same energy into my music that I put the same energy I put into my music, put it into my career, and put it into this. And like I said in my Monday video, I feared the unknown. That's what it was. I was fearing the unknown. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know I was doing. I was pretty much scared to go solo as an artist, yada, yada, yada. I didn't know. It was like I had all the answers when I was in a group, but I didn't have the answers when I had to go solo. Like, man, that was like the toughest thing to figure out. Like, yo, how can I do this on my own? Not knowing I have the same resources for myself that I had when I was in a group. You know what I mean? So it's like my biggest thing was fear, and I had to get out of that. You know what I mean? I finally found my confidence. I've always had, it's like, when it comes to relationships and dating, I had confidence when it came to women. I could talk to, I could get anyone. Not saying I'm a GG, I'm not a guy, I'm not God's gift. I'm saying I wasn't shy when it came to talking to women. I was like, all right, cool. Put that same energy into this. You know what I mean? I'm like, I found my confidence in music because I'm like, yo, it's the same thing. You got to have that same confidence, because you got to have that same confidence at all times. If you don't believe it in yourself, nobody else will. You know what I mean? If you don't believe it, if I don't believe it, why should I think y'all should believe it? You know what I mean? It's like people that's like, yo, if you lying, if you don't believe your own lie, ain't nobody's gonna believe it. You know what I mean? If you gotta get people to believe what it's like if you don't believe what if you don't believe in what you're selling, it's like, for example, shameless plug. Before, not even this one. This is my breast cancer awareness merch hoodie. Y'all can get them at on my website. It's in the description. Bonfire.com/JunesEightyEIght. This is my merch. This is the breast cancer joint. And this is my official 88th Avenue hoodie. I got t-shirts. It's the same thing, but with the same logo. And before I put these out, I bought my own. I bought like a bunch of t-shirts. And I gotta see the quality of my product before I give it to the people. And I'm like, all right, this is super soft. It feels good. Great. Then I put it out. And with sent the hoodie, I had to buy one of these first before I put it out. And my quality is good. And my big brother, he was like, who's like a big brother to me. Matter of fact, this is my brother. He's like, yo, little bro, the quality is nice. He said, man, I ain't washed it yet. But after I wash it, I'm going to let you know how the quality is. Because, after you wash some stuff, the shit change. Excuse my language. He said, yo, man, it still holds up, man. It's good. And my homegirl said, yo, she loves it. And she got this with the breast cancer awareness hoodie. She said, yo, she ain't even, I think she said she watched it. I mean, if she's watching this, she going to let me know in the comments or she going to hit me up. But she said she only wore it once. Because she likes trinkets and keepsake stuff. She likes that kind of stuff. She said, I ain't going to wear it like that. I just want to keep it. But me going back, I had to have confidence in this. Before I sold it, I had to believe that this is good quality because I don't want to give y'all nothing that soon as you get it, you throw it in the washer and throw it in the dryer, it starts unraveling. It gets all this lint and stuff on it. Catches lint and whatnot and all that jazz. Like, yo, man, it doesn't look great. You know what I mean? I want to give you the best quality, and that's how I found my confidence. Like, I gotta believe what I'm saying in my music. When I'm rapping, when I'm on stage, when I'm performing, when I'm interviewing, when I'm getting interviewed, I want to be able to be like, yo, this guy knows what he's talking about. He believes in what he's saying, and I think that's what a lot of people get. They get caught up in the whole, and I said in the video, they get caught up in like, yo, I'm too old. I can't do this anymore, yada, yada, yada. And somebody said it, like, yo, 2 Chainz was in his late 30s when he finally got on. Like, 2 Chainz was, like, I remember when he was with DTP and Justin to do it in the back of the videos. I remember 2008, 2009, Player Circle, Duffel Bag Boy. I remember when he disappeared, came back, right around I'm Getting It. And then started taking off. I'm like, yo, I did not owe 2 Chainz. Who cared? I'm like, yo, he was how old when he got? You know what I mean? Like, all right, that's a bet. So it's like, I remember I had a conversation with a buddy of mine. He was like, yo, man, we getting up in age, man. We can't do this. And this was like 2017. No, 16. 15 going into 16, I believe. 16 going to 17, I think. Yo, man, we getting up in age, man. We was riding, going to a show. He said, yo, man, we getting old, man. I don't think we going to be able to do this much longer. I'm like, bro, you may not be able to think you can be able to do this much longer. I'm not giving up. I'm not going to hit. I'm like, other than I ain't going to hit 30 and then stop. No, I'm going to push this until I can't. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep going. I don't know about you. I don't know your mindset. I'm not giving up. I'm like, that's the biggest thing I feel like. If you give up, you never know what could have been. You know what I mean? If you never try. You know what I mean? And on one end, I tell people, I know people say life happens and things happen, and I said it before, don't let life happen take away from your passion. Like, don't do that. Don't be that person. Like, yo, life happened, I got hit, yada, 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 all this stuff was happening, and but why'd you stop, though? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, what? And I got a partner. We don't speak often, but at the same time, I used to get pissed. Like, bro, why are you running from your passion? You're doing everything else, but not what you always talk about. Like, what I mean? Like, you spend years of trying to do, but you don't do it. That's all my thing. Like what are you doing? You know what I mean? And I had another buddy. He told me, like, yo, man, and I'm going to just be honest with you, T. I'm like, what's up? He's like, bro, man, those times when I was doing music and I kept stopping, he said, bro, he's like, man, I saw myself get into that level and it scared me and I just stopped. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what? And now I get it. I get where he's coming from, because once you see yourself starting to make it, it's like, yo, I can really do this. People really fooling with me. You know what I mean? Like, people really, they really rock with this. It's real. People really support. You know how freaked out I was when somebody actually, my people really bought hoodies? They really bought t-shirts? When my friends really supported and bought the product. You know how I'm not an emotional guy, but when they actually bought it and sent me the pictures of them wearing it and I posted, like, I'm like, yo, y'all really rock with your mans like that? Hell, my boy, his wife stole his hoodie. He ordered a breast cancer awareness hoodie. His wife stole the hoodie from him. You know what I mean? Like, oh, shit. Appreciate it. You know what I mean? At least somebody wearing it. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's the thing that keeps us independent artists going, is that kind of support. Like, that's for me. Is it like, yo, my dream was always to have merch. I've always wanted it to have it. You know what I mean? I always wanted it to see somebody wearing something of mine. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just wearing my stuff. Like, oh, you're wearing my merch. You know what I mean? That's amazing. You know what I mean? And that's the beautiful part of it. And switching gears, going into this, going to round off with this. This video, I dropped the video Monday, which is the 3rd, which that's the date. The album is out now. Yes, y'all don't. If y'all know, don't. If you know, you don't know. The album is out now. 88th Avenue is out right now. So you're watching this. After you listen to this podcast, go and listen to the album. Listen to the album. And tweet it to me. Tag me on Instagram. Your favorite song. All my social media links in the bottom, in the description. Let me know your favorite song and everything. But that was a big step for me. Just going back to thinking about 4 or 5 years ago, 4 years ago when I went solo, when the group I was in, we split, and I said, I gotta go solo now. You know, I bet. All right, cool. Looking back then to now, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, my boy. Like, I wouldn't have thought in a minute. I'm like, yo. Because like I say, my first project, June's World, I was like, I don't think I told this story on YouTube, but I had no idea what I was doing with that project. Man, if Winging It was a person, it was me, baby. Because I didn't have a name, like an artist name. Like, JunesEightyEIght was not my original name. I was like, I didn't know what I was going to go about. I said, all right. JunesEightyEIght, F it. Name of the project, June's World, all right, cool. What I'm going to do, mixtape, album, EP, that's the fastest thing to do, 5 songs. I had no idea what I was doing with that project. I always say, I pride myself, that I don't pick bad beats. On this project, I had a lot of good beats on here. But it could have, I had a lot of good beats on here. And I was just like, looking at it now, at the time, it was a great project. But then I go back and listen to it. I have not went back to listen to that project at all. I listen to singles on there, but like going back and listening to it as a consumer of music, I can't do it. I don't like it. I don't like the project at all, B. It's just one of them things like, damn, man, this is... Because you could tell, like I always joke and say, it's kind of like what T-Pain said about Good Life. He said, what you saw at the video, on the video, that's not how the song started. He said the whole, the Michael Jackson sample in the Better Than a Life I Live when I thought that. He said, that wasn't even in the song when I recorded it. He said, so if I looked lost in any part of the, if I looked lost at, if I looked lost any part of that song, because I probably was, because I didn't know when nothing came in. And that's how I was with this project. I was so nervous on this project that I didn't know what I was doing. I was nervous. I was like, first, I was recording at this one big time studio that's going to remain nameless. But they was charging like $60 an hour. And I was only going in there recording one song. And I remember one time, the dude came late. I'm like, do I get an extra 15 minutes? Do I get an extra 5 minutes because you were late? You were late. You were late. I was on time. Like, my session was at 10. I got here at 9:30. I got here hella early. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I got here on time. You were late, so can I get an extra? I don't give a shit who's coming in next. They kiss my ass. You owe me an extra 15 minutes in the studio. But then I said, all right, fuck it. Excuse my language. Like, I got screwed. So, all right, whatever. So I hit my boy Altitude up. I said, yo, man, because I'm not the kind of person, I don't like bothering people. I'm not that guy. I don't want to bother. He probably don't like people. But then again, my boy Toot is so smooth. He's slick with the words. He's super slick with the words. Like, yo, man, he told me like a month ago, like, hey, man, if you ever want to record at the studio, man, swing on by, bro. You know I got you. And I just didn't think nothing of it till after I said, yo, let me hit my boy Jeff up. He got a home studio. Hit him up. He said, yeah, come through, man. I got you. You know, I got you. Come through. I said, how much? Oh, he said, don't worry about it, man. You good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The first session is on the house. I said, all right, cool. I said, all right. He said, nah. He said, the first, until your project, until I got you on the first project, you know, and then until your project is done, you good. Don't worry about it. We're going to do that. I'm going to knock the whole project out for you. I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm like, still nervous as hell. I'm still like shaking about this project, trying to get it done. And I said all this, long story short, after that, I finally and I just started growing. And with this project here, you can see, I said all that to say growth. You can see the growth from June's World, My Random Life, Hero. Let me tell you, that Hero project, that's all I got to say. I brought it. I brought the funk on that one. You know what I mean? And with this 88th Avenue project, I really stepped up the bar game. Like, I focused on storytelling. I really focused on painting pictures. Like, with songs like Vanessa Carter, that's a sleeper song for me. Like, I think people really gonna, you know, that's like, yo, I really used, that song came from, like, I'm a visual person. Like, I use other people's experiences, my experiences. I just brought it up into one and just boom. And like with Grade A's too, like, me and my boy Tood, like everything is just like, it's like a story. Like my favorite song on this project that I really feel like I brought it before I let you go, it would have to be the self-titled song, 88th Avenue. Like, Shout out to my boy Izzy on that one, because he was I was on a FaceTime call with him one night when I was recording. I let like, yo, check this out, listen to this, and I let him hear the song. Like, he did, where the hook at? That I said, here's no hook, because it goes because I was gonna leave it where the hook comes in. I was gonna let that hook, let that little melodies that was in the beat just play. He said, nah, man, need a hook, and need a hook, and need something, need a hook. I said, man, I ain't got enough for you, bro. He said, all right, give me 15. I said, all right, nigga, whatever. 15 minutes later, he called me back. He's like, yo, send me a snippet of the beat. I said, all right, come back. Yo, that's what, like, nigga, that's fire. You know what I mean? I give him that credit. For that hook, that's all him. Like, if it was for me, I wasn't gonna put no hook on it. Like how I did Hero and Villain on the Hero album, that's what this song is gonna be like. No hook, just the vibe. Going into the, you know, that's what it's gonna be, you know. But that's my favorite song on this set project. Now, but it's just like, I really like painted it a certain way, because I was trying to, because this project, like I said, I'm gonna get out here in a second, just bear with me. This is gonna be a 5-track EP, then it turned into 10. And it was gonna be like, this project was supposed to be like it was supposed to be a winter project, but this project was supposed to be set in like Seattle, Washington in December. You know, so that's why I said get off the plane, hit the stage crowd saying my name. It's like every day a new city. It's like, that was like me getting off that was to set the tone for that project. Like, all right. And it was just gonna go into a whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I was gonna do it. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all too much long. This video is 32 minutes long. Just the right amount of time I wanted to have. But yeah, this video is, like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna put this up on Spotify and Apple Podcast type stuff, but yeah, let me know. Thumbs up and everything. Do that for your boy. If y'all want me to put this on the streaming, on the Apple Podcast and all that stuff, let me know. I'll do that for y'all people. And yeah, Coffee with Jones is back probably every Wednesday, I say. Cause I still want to give y'all, so I'll be dropping videos Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Shout out to Dan John. I thought about it. Like, but anyway, that's the point. Like always, I'm your boy JunesEightyEIght. This is Coffee with Jones. Like always, drink more coffee, and I'm out. Peace. In the comments, let me know your favorite coffee drink. Are you a coffee drinker? Iced coffee, frappes, frappuccinos, lattes? Let me know in the comments. I'm out. Peace.